Hello, guys. It's me, Mark,
And I'm Casey.
and today we're gonna do a question and answer portion about.
Culture shock.
I will be your honeycomb now to forever. I know this love was meant to be. Video chats every day would pave the way for us. Oh, my baby boy, I love you so much. Ooh, I love you so much.
Do you think it's harder to date a foreigner?
Well, I guess we could both answer that because to me, you're a foreigner.
Oh yeah.
To you, I'm one. For me, it's a no. I think it's better, just for me personally, because I got lucky and me and Mark share the same values. We have the same wants for our future. I'm not saying all Filipinos are like this, but Mark is 100% monogamous, always wanted that, same thing I wanted. And in America, I could not find that. Actually, every relationship I had before, they cheated. So, and I never ever worry about Mark doing something like that. So, for me, it's better. Go where you're appreciated, so what about you? Is it harder dating a foreigner than it is, do you think, dating someone local that knows your culture and
Actually,
everything?
it's a good thing that I didn't get the experience to date a Filipino because, like, when I dated you, I know it's you, you know. So I didn't experience breakup, you know. But I still think it's hard from where he is from the US, and we have to do a lot of things to be together to be.
Oh, yeah, that part is hard. They've made it so hard for Filipinos to come to America and get visas, and all that part is very, very difficult. And we're planning on making a video on just about that subject because it is a huge, crazy process. But yeah, that part is much, much harder. But as far as our connection,
It's not.
no.
Yeah.
And Mark married his first boyfriend, so
Mm-mm.
luckily he can't really say what it's like to date a Filipino. So that's a good
Yeah.
thing. Next
is. Do you like the food? I know you don't like.
we already talked about this.
You like
There's a few things. I like his mom's barbecue is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And if you could, Jollibee's is everywhere in the
Mm.
Philippines, and I like it. I like the chicken, the sweets that I've eaten, I've liked. But as I said earlier, I don't really like vegetables. I don't like fish, things like that.
You
So,
tried fish before.
Yeah, I tried it, and it was okay. But it was more about me being polite than anything. I love Philippine bananas, and I don't like the bananas back home. If I'm being honest, most of the time I don't like them.
Yeah.
So
Understand. What was it like meeting my family?
nerve-wracking. So here's the situation. I meet Mark for the first time. We spend, I think, a day in Manila, and then we come back to his province the next day.
Mm-mm.
And his family was actually gone on vacation. So
Oh, yeah.
I only met his one sister that day. And then the next day after that was his graduation.
Yes.
So I went to his graduation in even where the parents walk across the stage with their kid and stuff, which is a different tradition here than it is at home. I actually walked across the stage with him. But the day after that, or was it even that same day, that same evening?
No, it's not.
It might have been the next.
Next, it's next.
It
day.
was the next
was
day
next.
because his family was coming back late that night, so we got a hotel here in his hometown, and then the next morning, we all planned a trip to go in the mountains, and we went rafting down a river and explored caves, which is still to this day one of my best memories here.
Oh yeah.
I met 17 people that day. I met his mom and stepdad, his 6 siblings, which a lot of them have boyfriends, girlfriends, and 3 nieces and nephews, and the grandma, the uncle. But yeah, there were 17 people I met that day. But it was actually great. They treated me like family from the very first day, and I love his family. We actually just this past weekend spent the weekend at the beach with his family.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was nervous and everything, but we had through our video calls, up before we met in person, like all of his family members at some point had said hello or spoke, and his mom would even say, "Hi Casey, good morning, how are you doing?" almost every day. So I felt like I knew him to a point, but it's still nervous. Yeah, it was a good experience. Big family though.
Okay. Are your family supportive?
In a previous video, I said this and he didn't know. I don't think it's something we'd ever talked about. But in the very beginning, when I told my mom that I was talking to someone online and they were from a different country and the age difference and things, she was like, "Are you crazy?" And she had the same suspicions that a lot of people do, like, does he just want a green card? Does he just dating me for money? But as time went on and she seen the truth and how happy I was and everything, she loves Mark now. Loves him. And very supportive. My sister's been supportive from the very first day. My brother, he's, I guess you could say supportive. He's more like, don't really care, I think. But yeah, my family's supportive, especially now. My sister was a witness at our wedding, and my friends, they thought I was crazy in the beginning too, I think. Not towards Mark, but just dating a foreigner. Plus all the hard work that goes into a long distance relationship and the visa process and stuff. They see how hard it is, and it just shows them how much I love him to go through all this together. So what about you? What about your family?
They were so supportive, but
As a foreigner, they didn't care that I was a foreigner.
I think they have doubts before, but they didn't really show it,
Like
But-
they thought that I was just saying things, but I wouldn't follow through.
And most of the time, I heard that they're thinking that some Americans are arrogant.
Arrogant, yeah.
So at some point they doubted, but they were so supportive.
Yeah, I think they thought I would look down on them or something and be arrogant, like he said. But I'm not a rich man. I grew up poor, and I never ever felt that way. And I believe after my very first trip, someone in his family even made a comment that, not to me but to him, that they were surprised that I wasn't arrogant and that I was a hard worker, and
Yeah.
they approved. So good for me.
Okay. Is there a cultural differences you would like to change?
For me, the only thing I think I would like to change is I would like for him to speak up more if somebody does something wrong. Like I said earlier, that's really it. Like, the differences is what makes us work together as a couple. So I really wouldn't change anything. And I don't even know if that's a culture thing or just a Mark thing, but yeah, I wish he would speak up, speak his mind more, I guess. He speaks his mind to me, no problem, but to other people, what about you? I already know what you're gonna say. The way he spends money.
Yeah, in the food, I'm really worried about that you eat, about the cola, about cigarettes.
Oh,
And-
he's talking about my health.
Yeah.
because we don't. I mean, a lot of Americans do drink water. I just don't really like water, so Coca-Cola not sponsored, guys. At home, I cook though, and I do.
Mm-mm.
But here we eat out mostly. So
So yeah, I think that's all. Because as of now, maybe before I want to change some of the way you look things, the way you act sometimes. But now I was always understanding and I'm always supportive.
yeah, that's part of us growing in a relationship is understanding why he does things the way he does, or why I do things, or even why something would seem strange to me. We sit down and I'll be like, well, this is how we do it. That's why it's so shocking for me. And that makes him understand why I reacted that way or something like that. So that's helpful. Is that all?
Can we speak other language? Ay, can we speak each other language?
Well, as you guys can see, he's great at English.
I can speak in English, but not really good. There are times that it's harder for me to explain something. Something.
Yeah, but as far as can we speak each other's languages, he can speak my language.
Yeah, I have an accent.
In the beginning, his accent was stronger. I had to talk slower for him to catch everything, and he used to be like, yeah, and he had no idea what I was saying.
Yeah.
And we actually talked about that, like, please, if you don't understand, say, I'll repeat it, because I would him with his accent, I couldn't understand a lot, so I would be like, huh? Say it again. And even now, sometimes I'll be like, spell it. But as far as me knowing his language, I'm currently taking lessons, and I'm not very good. I know how to say the basics, like hello and good morning and those things.
Sample.
Okay. Hello is kamusta. Good morning is magandang hale.
No,
Magandang
umaga.
hale, whatever.
That's good afternoon.
Is it afternoon?
Yeah.
Well, as you guys can see, not great. But I know, like, Machado is much, Pedro is but, Kaba means a question. So it's actually kind of like a lot of Filipinos. They can recognize words and know what words are, but are afraid to speak them or not good at speaking. So I can hear Mark and someone else have a conversation, and a lot of times I can pick up enough words that I kind of can follow it to a point. But it'll be a long time before I'm fluent, if ever. But I am trying to learn, because out of respect for him, his culture, and talking to my in-laws, my family, I want to be able to communicate more. So I am currently taking lessons. So I guess that is it for this
Video.
So if you guys liked it or have any questions, just leave us a comment and we will try to answer what we can. If you want us to continue making videos, like, subscribe,
and ring the notification bell.
Yeah, and that's all for today, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.